Hey YouTube, Heiko again working on my bus. And so yesterday I just made a video about changing the brake disc and all the little bits and pieces that are involved in doing that. Front brakes on this 1977 VW bus bay window. Today working on taking out the side window here. If you hear some squeaky noises, that's my 1-year-old pushing around a chair upstairs, so sorry about that. Yeah, so what I'm gonna do is take this glass and this vent wing out and replace it with a Westfalia style sliding window, which I already purchased. Almost missed it, make a video out of this, but I might, yeah, just take you through the steps to, you know, if you ever have to do that. It's really simple, really easy. So first, you take one of those knives, box knives, and cut the old window seal. About, what is that, 3/8, ½ inch away from the edge of the seal. That brings you right around the edge of the glass, just like this, like so. Cut it away. Already did that, sorry, I was a little late with the camera. And then pretty much you expose the glass. Now nothing is really holding the glass in. Here, let me put that knife down. I will open the driver's door. It's kind of hard to do that with one hand, but if I push against the glass now, it's really not held back by much. Sometimes you have to take the knife to it and slice away a little bit more rubber, but that's pretty much all you need to do. All right, let me pause this here real quick and then I will loosen it up and then show you. So I'm back. I figured there's really, can you see me? Really no reason to not show you what I'm doing here. So I take my knife again and just slice away a little bit more of this rubber here. Just gotta be careful. I don't want to hit the metal edge that the window is kind of installed on. So if you really get one end of the glass started and make the glass come loose, then you're pretty much already set. You just have to slice it free. So usually those two corners here, you just gotta make sure that you've got all the little pieces cut out of the corner. Here's a slice. Here's a little spaghetti coming out. And hanging, now that I have two hands, one hand goes inside, one goes outside, because I don't want to, still surprisingly tight. I already did the other side of the vehicle before I even turned the camera on, so a little surprising that this one here makes it a little more difficult. Let's start up here again. And there. The kids are having too much fun up there. That rubber slice here is going to be the one. Slice, 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 slice. All the way into the corner. And then all the way up into this corner. And then let's see. The last one came out with absolutely no problem. On the other side, over there, it's already taken out. The passenger side, and I'm doing the driver's side, just for demonstration purposes, so to speak. What is the problem here? I'm still not far enough into the rubber here. Let's see what we can do. I bet there are already some videos on YouTube about this, yeah. But, you know, sometimes it's just not the stuff that you're looking for, and it doesn't cost me anything. So let's make a video out of it. Alright, let's see. Let's see. This one here really bites me a little bit. There we go. All right, let's see. Huh. Still, no, there it comes. You can hear it. And once you get it sorted in one corner, then the other four corners are usually following. And you just don't want to break it because that makes a mess. And you know, sometimes those aftermarket windows, sliding windows, they claim to be made in Europe. Don't know exactly in what European country. Quality is not the greatest. They're not as good as the original Westfalia windows. Problem is, there are no new Westfalia sliding windows around anymore. You can only get the 30-40 year old ones, and they are usually in need of restoration. And you know, in that case, and they're usually not better than the reproduction ones. So I went with the reproduction. And we'll see how long they hold up. So I might hold on to the glass. The vent wings, they come out in one piece. You don't even have to destroy the rubber, and the rubber here on those is perfect. I mean, I would reuse it. Come on, you little window glass. I don't want to break it. That's a lot of tension on there. Oh, here we go. Yeah, those old rubber gaskets, they're like getting sticky over time too. So they stick to the glass and they stick to the paint. It's like glued on, even though there was no glue involved. So glass, all in one piece. Didn't break it. Let's not break it while we put it inside the vehicle. We kind of keep it out of the way. There we go. And now I show you how to get this vent wing out. It's not screwed in or attached to the vehicle. You just open the vent. Up here is a little notch in this lip. This is a metal lip. There's a notch, and you just have to pull this vent wing on its frame over a little bit, and then it moves out like this. And once you have that done, this whole thing comes out just like this. 5-second job if you know how to do it. And the rubber here is perfect. I might dust this off with some baby powder, talcum, to keep it fresh. Put it in a plastic bag, and who knows what happens. Now this is perfect. Easy peasy, as my daughter would say. So that's the whole story. How to take a side window with a vent wing out. You just have to know that there's this little notch in this lip, and you have to pull the window over just a little bit so that it can slide out. Now I'm going to clean the frame up, probably polish around a little bit, see if there are maybe some little rust spots. Here on this side I don't see any. On the other side there are. You know, this vehicle is 1977, so it's 39 years old. There are miniature rust spots. This is never going to be a daily driver. Yeah, let's see. Can't even see my face while I'm talking. This is never going to be a daily driver ever again, so the rust situation is probably not going to get worse. Yeah, I'll just show you. Let's flip the monitor around here. Can't see anything. So here's this little notch. Someone glued the headliner on it. See that there? So the headliner's kind of pulled around it. But yeah, the frame is, this one is perfect. I'm just going to polish this up, clean it up, get all the leftover rubber out, and then off we go. Let's walk over to the other side. A big project week for me at here working on my bus. Of course, we're gonna go camping in Cathedral State Park. Not much at all. There's a little bit, probably because of that screw that someone ran through for the curtain rod here. On the Westfalia, that would have been done differently. But here a couple more of those little miniature spots. Just scuff them up, put some rust inhibitor on it, and then put some primer over it, and that's it. When I install windows, new rubber, I usually use what is it called? Fluid film. Fluid film is a corrosion inhibitor, corrosion protection that you can spray into frames, into where do I have a can to show you? Here we go. That stuff. Powerful rust and corrosion protection. Penetrates, it stays viscous, so every time it gets hot in the summertime it kind of moves around and it soaks into the rust. If there's any rust, you can spray that into the inside of doors, any cavity in quarter panels, and the rocker panels here at the bottom, they all have drain holes, so you can stick a wand in there and then fill it up with fluid film. Yeah, some will come out and make some spots on your driveway, but it really stops the rust. And when I install windows, some people use silicone spray. I use that stuff. It doesn't stain anything, it doesn't stick, it doesn't, you know, it just leaves a little bit of a waxy film on the metal, and it inhibits rust. Perfect. So that's what it's supposed to do. Here, this side is really no problem at all, and the other side just needs a little bit of attention. Now, if I put the paint on tonight, tomorrow it's going to be probably dry enough. In here, it's usually around 60 degrees at night. Yeah, those little spots there, surface rust, nothing. Yeah, and then one piece, nice, all around rubber gasket with those sliding windows. It's going to be beautiful. Yeah, and then we're going to go camping. Have I shown you my Sunseeker awning that I just installed? They make brackets that you can attach to the vehicle. The brackets kind of clamp into the gutter, and then in between the doors, the front door and the sliding door, you have to drill a hole and put a riv nut in. And then the same deal there in the back. Until I figured out if I actually like this awning, I will not do that. I bought extra attachment hardware that works with Thule square cross tubes, crossbars. Put that on, and then the awning just hangs on my roof rack. And if that works really well, why not keep it that way? I don't like to drill holes in, especially somewhere on the outside where the, you know, rain gutter and roof is. It just causes rust. And maybe if I like it, maybe I buy those brackets. Those attachment brackets there were 17 bucks. The awning I got off of a web page, ProMotive, for 240 bucks inclusive shipping. And it's a 2.5 meter by 2.5 meters, so that's like what, 7-8 feet, 8 by 8, something like that. Yeah, they call it 2500 because it's a 2.5 meter long by 2.5 meter extension awning. I have to admit, I haven't even taken it out of its protective cover here. I haven't put it up yet, but yeah, we'll see. We're gonna go camping and try it out. All right, now I'm just rambling. Now I'm just making up stuff to talk about. Oh yeah, one more time. Here you can see that notch. Almost looks like you could put the vent wing also in the back. Isn't that cool? Might think about that. Just flip it around. Put the vent wing from the driver's side over here to the passenger side. But then, how would it open? It would open... Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Who knows what that is for? There were so many window options with those vehicles here. Now I'm gonna do what I had planned and put the sliding windows in since I already had them. I also found a company in the UK that makes window screens for it. So, you know, bug screens. That's gonna be a nice addition. Anyways, hope you liked the video. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below, and please subscribe. Thank you. Bye.